Why again? What's good? Here's the squad better you put on for your hood. Look, we got part 2 today. We got 3 targets. That's 2 horror stories. Y'all like that video I made on part 1. So I made part 2. To the video. Turn shit up. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up.
Last February, I visited my parents in Arizona.
Can't see.
I hadn't seen them over the holidays, so I felt kind of obligated to fly down there.
Hold on. Oh, window open. Hold on. Fucking helicopter, bro. No funny shit. Get the video again.
I didn't realize I'd be gone for Valentine's Day until after I'd requested my time off and bought my flights. By then, it was too
Don't do that. Don't you ever go on vacation without then your boss. That's crazy. You're fired like that, you heard. No
late
funny
to
shit.
change. My boyfriend Max was mad at me for leaving him, but I said I'd make it up to him when I got back. Besides, Valentine's Day was never a big deal for us. Last year, he'd got me a cheap box of chocolates that was clearly from the dollar store.
Man, treat your woman right. If you have a girlfriend, I'll get my shit from Macy's. It gotta be over like that shit gotta be over like $30. Hey, come on now.
So I flew into Phoenix and drove my rented car a couple hours to Flagstaff, where my parents
was
lived.
crazy.
They were happy to see me and loaded me up with all sorts of Christmas presents that they'd gotten me last year. It was really sweet. Even though I told them I didn't want anything, I just wanted to see them. They got me some really expensive stuff, too. My mom even got me this gold necklace that was probably at least $100.
I don't think your mom bought you that. This gotta be your ex-boyfriend. Because your parents won't buy you a necklace. Hell no, your mom don't buy you. Nah, that's your ex-boyfriend. I don't know where the fuck he at, but yeah, your mom ain't buy you
My
that.
mom
sis.
even got me this gold necklace that was probably
Thank
at
you,
least
parents.
$100.
Parents don't buy you that.
After I opened everything,
Jewelry.
I felt like a real jerk for not getting them anything in return. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. I'd already sent them a card and I was still helping them with their car payments every month. But I knew I had to buy them something.
Nah, that's this cap. Your parents your parents don't give you shit for Valentine's Day. So that'd be somebody watching her. I don't know.
My mom could tell I was feeling
Bullshit.
self-conscious, so she reassured me that they weren't expecting any presents from me. She also added that Target was just a few minutes away, and they always had a great selection of stuff. Obviously, she wanted me to get her something from Target. My mom can be pretty unsubtle sometimes.
Get her
I was surprised that
a
she
little air
suggested
fryer.
Target
Shit.
of all places. I didn't think she liked shopping there, but I went anyway.
Oh shit, hold on.
Of course, they didn't have any Christmas stuff anymore. Everything was Valentine's related. Lots of pink teddy bears and stuff. I looked around the sales area at the front of the store until an older woman approached me from behind. She smiled and asked if I needed help with anything. I told her no, and then her smile disappeared and she asked, "Do you know that man?" I turned around to see who she was looking at. I saw my ex-boyfriend Ronnie standing behind a display of shirts.
He's looking like that.
He wasn't moving, just staring
That's
at me.
creepy as hell. Check. If your ex be stalking you, need some help. Like, I pray. Me personally, in my life, I pray that my girl ex just come back and stalk her so I can beat the shit out of him. Chill.
My blood ran cold.
That-
Ronnie was
That's
a
scary as hell,
terrible
though.
boyfriend.
That's scary as shit.
He
You heard?
screamed at me all the time, and he erupted with anger whenever he saw me talking to another man.
Weird.
Things got so bad between us that one night, I just packed up and left without saying goodbye. Ronnie was the reason
plan
I
either.
left this town in the first place. I was
There's no
worried
hotel
that
type
I'd
shit.
see him again when I come back, but I didn't expect to see him just staring at me across a huge store. Would you like me to call security? The woman asked. I told her not to worry. I knew that he was probably just shocked to see me. We'd broken up so long ago. He was probably just gonna leave me alone. But he didn't. He started following me throughout the store. I went to the shoe section, then the electronics, then the books. But wherever I went,
He was
he
there.
kept pace. He made sure not to get too close.
Oh, the nigga
But
dog.
I guess he didn't want the workers to get suspicious of him. But also, he wasn't even trying to hide. I was starting to get scared. Really scared. I made it to the exit and passed the same old woman. I ran outside and tried to get to my car. Ronnie kept coming. Now that we were in the parking lot, he broke out onto a full-on sprint. He caught up to me within seconds and grabbed my shoulder. Please, babe, he said. I just want to talk. I tried to push him off of me, but he spun me around so that we were face to face. He held my wrist in one hand and used the other to reach into his back pocket. I thought he was going to pull out a knife or something, but instead, he took out a pink teddy bear. He was trying to impress me with a stuffed animal. He obviously had...
Weirdo. Goofy. Dirty ball sack. He was a dirty ball sack, bro. Because stuffed animal is crazy. I want to got her a box of chocolates, a letter, apology letter for me. No fucking
stolen from the store. He pushed the bear towards me, but I refused to take it. The stupid thing dropped onto the parking lot. Babe, Ronnie said. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I'm a different person now. But you just stole something. And you chased me through the store.
Weirdo.
I didn't chase you.
Crazy.
He said.
He crazy.
And I bought that bear for you before I got here. You gotta trust me. I even have the receipt. I shook my arm out of his grip and backed away. If that was true, how did he know that he would find me at Target? How did he know that I was even in town? Then I realized that my parents must have told him.
Yo, I should be the detective, bro. I told y'all niggas that. What I said in the beginning of the video, I said, your parents don't give gifts for Valentine's Day. There's somebody watching her. Well, I tell you, give me my bread, chat. Give me my fucking bread, nigga. Nah,
why
that's
else
crazy, though.
would they make me go to this
my fucking
specific
bread, chat.
store at this specific time?
Exactly, you see?
They knew the horror stories about Ronnie, but they still wanted to push us back together?
It's weird.
What kind of parents did I have?
That's weird as shit.
I'm never going to take you back, Ronnie, I said. I'm in love with someone else now. His eyes flashed pure hate.
You better run.
I guess he never completely forgiven me
run.
for leaving him. He pushed me against the side of the car, hard enough to set off its alarm. I didn't know what he was gonna do to me.
You better
But
run.
it didn't look good. I was terrified. Then, a shopping cart rammed into his side and sent him
who did
toppling
that?
onto the asphalt. I looked over and saw who had pushed the carts at him.
Damn, W
The old
worker.
woman. She waved
W worker, man. Oh shit. Yo, after that, be friends. That's
from
crazy.
across the lot and said that she had already called the police.
W worker
I
for
drove
real.
home and told my parents that I knew exactly what they had
Parents
done.
beat us for that. Don't talk to me.
I didn't mention that things had escalated as much as they did. I didn't even say that the police had gotten involved. They tried to pretend that they had no idea what I was talking about. I could tell they were lying. That just made me even angrier.
Just leave.
I packed up my bags and left right away. It was time to get back to Max. After all, he was my real family now, and we really should be together for Valentine's Day.
Story 2.
My best friend Jimmy always pressured me to help him with his stupid pranks. He had a TikTok channel where he'd post videos of himself jumping out at people or hiding fart machines underneath benches. You know that.
I hate them prank videos because you know why? They blow up so quickly. And you ain't gotta do shit for work. Just like, it's just so dumb. You
I never
pissing niggas
understood
off,
why he did
but you
stuff
don't-
like that or
How's he doing?
why he had so many followers.
Like,
At first, I told him I didn't
shit
want any
weird.
part of his channel. I said that we were both too old for jokes like that.
Oh,
He said he respected my opinion, but then he stopped hanging out with me altogether. I was too afraid of losing him, so
it's gay. You gay. My man's don't want to hang in no more. Alright, cool. You're done. Got my phone. Got my block. Don't say hi to me. I'm in the hood. We done.
I agreed to be his
No
cameraman.
homo.
One day he showed up at my door and said that he needed me to go with him to Target. He'd thought of the world's best prank, but he refused to tell me what it was. I instantly got a bad feeling about it. I made him swear to me that it wasn't dangerous or illegal, which he did, and then
You drink
we
all day.
left. When we got to Target, I asked him what he needed me to do. He told me just to point my phone at him and film whatever happens. He could tell that I was getting frustrated by the lack of information, so he reached into his pocket and pulled out a packet of fake blood. Whatever he was planning, I really did not want to be a part of it. Jimmy went straight to the grocery section in the back. I followed, but not too closely. He saw an elderly woman standing by herself in the cereal aisle. She must have been the perfect person to prank because
Yeah, don't prank old people. Don't prank women or old people. Come on now, bro. Prank a nigga that's your size.
he glanced back at me and gave me the thumbs up.
Goofy nigga.
Today's
Goofy
global
nigga.
futures markets are more dynamic and compelling than ever.
Shut up,
And now
bitch.
they're more
I hid around the corner and secretly filmed Jimmy as he walked up to the lady. She was looking at a box of cereal, so she didn't notice him coming. He walked right up to her shopping cart and then screamed in pain. He collapsed onto the floor, obviously pretending to be hurt. As the woman asked if he was okay, he squeezed the blood packet.
Okay.
While Jimmy was writhing on the floor, I filmed the whole thing. I was feeling really guilty, but mostly because this old woman seemed genuinely horrified by what he was doing. She just stood there, frozen. Even though the blood looked really fake,
So
she
crazy.
believed it was real.
Just her face. is
Jimmy
insane.
reached up towards her. "Help!" he moaned. The old woman fainted. She fell right next to him.
Damn.
By then, Jimmy must have
Yeah, then
realized
you
that it
fucked
had
up now,
gone.
dog. It's over. It's over. She probably passed out. She probably died. She probably died. That's all your conscience, dog.
Before. He sat up and nudged the woman a little, but she wasn't moving. That's when a huge tattooed guy approached them from around the corner. He saw the old woman lying on the ground and tried to shake her awake. "Mom? Mom!" he yelled.
My fault for the camera, but she said, this is mom? Oh, nah. That nigga gonna be on your ass for days, for months, for years. Fuck that, for decades, you heard? Nah.
But when his mother didn't move, he turned towards Jimmy.
Mom dead.
"What did you do? You gave her a heart attack." Jimmy stood up, fake blood dripping down his shirt, and instead of apologizing or offering to call an ambulance,
He runs off.
he spun around and raced
Of
out
course
of
he
the
runs
building.
off, dog.
It would have been funny if that poor old lady wasn't lying there dead. I was so
Make a move,
shocked
bro.
by the situation that I didn't even realize that I was still standing there, filming the whole thing, until the tattoo man looked at me and said, You helped him." No, I'm sorry, I said. Then I turned around and ran off too.
Oh, he got both of y'all faces. Boy, that boy gonna go purging. You took his mother? Boy, you cooked the nigga mother? Oh, no, that nigga probably gonna, what? Hold up, chat, hold up. He gonna motherfucking get the ski? This nigga gonna go. He about to what? You took my mother, nigga? Oh, nah, it's over. It's over. I'm grabbing a Glock. We sliding. Like, come on now, chat. Shit.
Everything had turned out so
Y'all
wrong.
fucked up now.
When I got out of the store, I looked around for
Niggas
Jimmy,
fucked up,
but
yo.
he already left. His car was gone. I had no idea what to do. I was sure that the security cameras had gotten footage of everything that was happening. The police would come, and I'd be arrested for manslaughter. It wasn't my fault,
That's crazy.
but I was still partly responsible.
Watch.
If I ran,
Chat, he gonna purge. Not for you, but for the nigga who did it. He gonna purge, chat.
oh,
He gonna
that would just
fucking
make
purge
things
for
worse.
real.
But I panicked. I couldn't handle facing the police, and I really didn't
What you
want to
do?
see that woman's son
You ran
again.
to?
He was huge, and he'd kill me in a second if he wanted to. So I did the worst thing I could do. I ran home. On my way, I deleted the video from my phone. When I got home, Jimmy was already waiting for me, watching TV, trying to act cool. I yelled at him,
Why is he in your crib?
watch from my phone. When I got home,
What the fuck? Y'all roommated some shit, but lock your doors, nigga. Lock your fucking doors, dog.
Jimmy was
How do you
already
get in the
waiting for
fucking
me, watching TV, trying to act cool.
The fuck?
I yelled at him, telling him that he just killed somebody.
The fuck?
He waited until I was done screaming and just said, "Don't worry. If the police find us, we'll just say it was an accident." But the police never came. For the rest of the week,
For police to come, the nigga has to report the police. Bro, if he's not reporting, he's doing it himself. You ain't going to jail, you going straight to hell, nigga. Shit, what? He
so
gonna
we checked the local
he
news to
gonna
find
purge
any announcements
just
about
for
the
you.
woman's death. I couldn't find anything. I started to think that maybe she was
Hold
okay.
up. Anywhere, he wore green too? He wore green? Let me see. Oh, he a Navy SEAL for real, chat. He a Navy SEAL. Oh, he gonna slide. He gonna. Oh yeah. He purging. He purging, chat. Watch. He purging.
Maybe the
He purging.
ambulance had gotten there in time and her son
He
just
did wear
decided
green.
to forget about
He
us.
purging.
Still, I was on edge. I couldn't stop thinking about that poor woman lying motionless on the ground.
Someone's
I was
blind.
so distracted that I called in sick for work and just stayed in the apartment. And the worst part was, Jimmy kept acting like nothing happened.
Yo.
I tried to talk to him about it multiple times, but he kept changing the subject to other prank videos he was planning. Honestly, I hated him for that. Why was I the only one who felt guilty over this whole thing?
Come to Archie's open house to see what Mr. Portier has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center.
The next weekend, I was alone in my apartment trying to distract myself with some movie. My phone rang, and I saw it was Jimmy calling me. I thought that was strange because he never called. He always texted everything. I answered, but I could barely hear his voice. He was whispering into the phone, and I couldn't make out what he was saying. "Jimmy," I said. "Are you there? What's going on?" "That man," he whispered.
Yeah.
"That man tracked me down. He's at my house."
Tell y'all niggas, dog. Yo. What I fucking tell y'all niggas, dog? Hawk him down, hawk him down. Damn. Hawk him down, hawk him down. 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 He Persian for real. He Persian for real. Watch.
Exactly who he was
Persian.
talking about. My heart started racing. Was Jimmy in trouble? How did the man find where he lived? The more I thought about it, the more I realized that this didn't make any sense. Why would he sneak into Jimmy's house instead of just telling the police what happened?
He Persian. He a
After
Navy
all,
SEAL.
there was security footage showing what Jimmy did. There was fake
he
blood
took it
and
out.
fingerprints on the floor. If Jimmy was in trouble, the cops would find him, not that man. Honestly, I figured it was just another prank.
You think so?
Jimmy wanted to freak me out. He expected me to rush to his house, and when I did, he'd do something to scare me. So I decided to play along. "Oh my God," I said. "Do you need help?" "Yes," he whispered. "Get here right now, please." "Okay," I said. "I'm on my way," and I hung up. I was not about to play his stupid games anymore. I was
You see
done.
right there? That's like that's right there. That's the boy who cried wolf. You lied so many times to the point where the truth is told and they don't believe you. That's your fault, gang. That's
with these
actually your
pranks.
fault.
The next morning, I tried to call him and tell him that I didn't want to hang out anymore, but he didn't answer. I drove to his house so we could talk face to face, but the door was open and the house was empty. I
I
went
tell
inside
you.
and saw that his table
Bro,
was
I'm
broken.
good at this shit, bro. I'm a fucking detective in this shit, dog. First video, I know her parents set her up. This video, he Persian. So good at this shit, dog.
And plates were shattered around the
Nah,
floor. That's
he
when I
first real.
realized he
His
wasn't
house
pranking me
flipped
at
over.
all. The man really
His
had
house
come
flipped.
for him. I looked all throughout the house,
Nah,
but he wasn't there.
he's not there no more.
I called the police and finally admitted to everything. I told them about the old woman in the prank video
you
and the
tell them.
phone call from the night before. I didn't leave any detail out. The cops came to the house and I gave my statement. I half expected them to arrest me on the spot, but they just said that they'd be in touch, and then they left. This all happened a couple weeks ago, and there's still no sign of Jimmy.
Hey, man.
I'm worried that he's gone forever.
He's going for it.
I'm more worried that the tattoo man will come after me next. I don't know what to do.
Nigga, what, nigga? What? If you killed my mother, put me in the feds, bro. It's over. Put me in the feds, dog. You killed my mother? If you killed my mother, I'm gonna get more time than a Rico. I'm gonna get more time than a Rico, chat.
My name is Wilson, and I'm 29 years old. I work at Starbucks. Some time ago, I noticed a woman, a customer, who captured my attention. Her eyes were very intriguing, big and green, unbelievably expressive. Her body structure was small. She had long, dark hair and was thin and short.
Ask her out. The fuck, bro?
I wasn't even sure if I found her beautiful or not because I was having a hard time comparing her with every other woman that I'd seen. As time went by, that woman, whose age I also couldn't figure out, became a regular customer, but only on Thursdays between 3 and 5 p.m. At one occasion, when I was observing her, sitting at her table, drinking her coffee and reading a book, she suddenly looked at me directly. I immediately looked away, feeling embarrassed. The woman didn't smile, didn't express any kind of emotion. She simply returned to her book, finished her coffee, and left, as always.
I want to do that one day. 'Cause you know me, I live in a city. I want to just go like a fucking Starbucks and sit down. I want to sit down on my computer, just type book or some shit. Weird shit, like shit you never just.
I was sharing an apartment
on a
with my
regular
best
day.
friend, Glenn. He's a bartender. I guess we were both born to serve food and drinks to people. I discussed that eerie woman with him when we were having a few beers and watching some horror videos on YouTube during a Friday evening. Wilson, dude, if you were a bartender like me, trust me, you wouldn't feel intimidated or fascinated or whatever by some woman who looks like whatever she looks like. The amount of bizarre people, both men and women, that I've seen in nightlife is enough for me to be vaccinated.
Yo! You don't get the joke. You don't get the joke. Chat. You don't get the joke. You don't get the fucking joke he said because you understand as a bartender, do you know how much shit you have to deal with, bro? That you have to see? Oh my God. He said, the amount of shit that I see in there, I gotta get nothing to be vaccinated. That is crazy.
There at Starbucks, you're used to normal guys and girls who probably behave and dress the same. Your brain is so bored with all the repetitiveness that you want to hang on to anything that's slightly different, odd, and interesting.
You see so much
like that
shit.
woman with the big eyes, Glenn said.
That's funny
Wow,
as
Glenn,
hell.
I guess it's true. Bartenders really are philosophers and psychotherapists on their own. You know what? I'm not even kidding. You're probably right, man, I answered. But do you feel attracted to that woman or not? If so, ask her out or something. I honestly don't know. A part of me, yes, I think. The other finds her creepy, I confessed. That's good. Creepy's cool. Cool is attractive, Glenn said. Maybe. Well, it doesn't matter. For sure, sooner or later she'll stop showing up, I said. More to myself than to Glenn. Eventually, another Thursday came, but this time, the eerie woman wasn't there. I guess I was right, I thought to myself. Although, I was wrong. When my shift came to an end and I was walking towards my car to drive back to my apartment, I saw that woman. She was standing right next to my vehicle. Hello, can I help you? I asked. But she didn't say
What
anything.
the fuck was that?
Instead,
That me or
she
the
started
video?
to walk towards me, slowly.
Shit, you better ask her out though. She probably like you with some shit, bro. Shit.
For some reason, I felt scared, but I didn't know why. She was fragile and wasn't holding any gun. But as she came close to me, I heard a terrible noise inside my head. It was
What the
a
fuck is that?
piercing noise, very
good, bro?
painful. So painful that I fell to the ground and started screaming with my eyes closed, covering my ears with my hands. But it was useless because, as I mentioned, the noise came from inside me. After one very long and dreadful minute, the noise suddenly stopped.
Did she do
When I
that?
opened my eyes and got back on my feet, slowly, the woman was no longer there.
Did
Do
she
not go
do
to
that?
fabletters.com. Do not take our historically low offer. 2 for 24 shorts,
hard.
1 for 24.
You know.
I looked around.
Did she do that?
And nothing. Only a couple of other people were there. One asked me if I was all right.
Chat.
To which
If you see a car with red with red brake pads, that shit is fast as fuck. No funny shit. Like that shit is fast as hell.
a couple of other people were there.
Just so you know.
One asked me if I was all right, to which I said, yeah, thanks. Confused, I got into my car and drove back home. When I entered my apartment, I couldn't wait to tell Glenn what I had just experienced. Hey, Glenn, you can't believe what just happened. I finally had a close encounter with that weird woman, and it wasn't nice. And I can't
He said it
explain it
wasn't
very well
nice.
either, Glenn. Are you there?
Shit.
I spoke as I entered the living room. I knew he was supposed
Said
to
it
be there.
wasn't
We were
nice.
going out for pizza. And I saw his personal things on top of the living room
Yeah,
table,
but
as
he
usual.
there.
I searched for him in the apartment, which wasn't
taking a
that
shit or some
big.
shit.
I
taking a
noticed the
shit.
bathroom door was locked from the inside. Glenn,
Damn, let him piss in peace, bro. Damn.
are you there? Are you okay?
Fucking
I
bathroom.
shouted, beginning to worry. I could hear some noises coming from the bathroom, but no answer.
What the fuck was that?
Glenn was a practical guy, and he wasn't the kind of man who likes long baths, listening to music and whatnot. Glenn! Say something! I insisted, hitting the bathroom door. I decided to break the lock to get in. And And when I did, I couldn't believe what I saw. My friend's body
Oh shit!
left him
Dead.
lay.
That nigga dead as hell.
His
shit.
corpse,
No
it
way.
looked like an unwrapped
Like a motherfucking mummy, you heard? Like a motherfucking mummy, chat. Yo!
His corpse. It looked like an unwrapped Egyptian mummy. Completely
did that
dry. Skin like broken paper, as if the blood had been sucked out of it. In panic, I got out of the bathroom to call 911. And when I got back to the living room, someone else was there.
What happened?
It
What
was
happened?
that woman.
What happened?
There was a red liquid coming out of her mouth, which she swallowed back.
Shit. Shit. The bitch done took his soul. She sucked the soul out of him. She sucked the soul out of him, chat. Hell no.
I knew in my head it had to be Glenn's blood.
Hell no.
Who are you? Some kind of sick cannibal? What did you do to my friend? I'm calling the cops, you creep! I said.
Creep.
Then I started to hear voices in my head. I felt so overwhelmed that I couldn't
Bro, that's
avoid
fucking
listening to
scary.
them.
Bro,
was
what's
the
this?
woman.
Not a true story. Why are you saying true story? You saying true story. But it's a fucking alien. Reading niggas' brains. You capping, dog. Come on now, bro.
Communicating with me through a telepathic process.
Now my video title can be called horror stories. Because it's not true. So I can't say it's true story.
Greetings. I'm not from your planet. I am an intelligent and sentient creature from another galaxy that lies beyond M31 Andromeda. I am able to shapeshift temporarily to appear like a human being. Mostly, at least.
Mostly
I was
a
able
beast,
to read
though.
your mind at the place of your work, so I gathered enough information about you, including where you live and your friend. Glenn
shit.
was a danger to you.
Too much, man.
You may not realize it, but exactly 8 months from now, his friend would have harmed you
Why?
in order to avert the future mishappening. I had to kill him.
You suck my man's soul to save me. That's crazy, bro.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Glenn was more than a roommate to me. He was like a brother. You psycho woman. You don't know what you've done. Liberty. As I jumped towards her, she simply vanished under a shiny, bright white light.
Fuck.
I still called the police, and yes, I did tell them my story. Of course, no one
Who gonna believe
it.
that shit? No one gonna
I
believe that
was
shit,
actually
bro.
investigated as a suspect, but
think you're
fortunately
crazy.
there was nothing against me, obviously. Glenn's family and our friends, though, stopped speaking to me. I think they think I had something to do with Glenn's death.
That's crazy.
As for me, I now live in fear, thinking about that woman.
Imagine your best friend is dying. That's a bad feeling to have, but motherfucking out that way is crazy. That's crazy.
In return.
Do not thank me for watching, you dirty bitch. You dirty ball sack. Do not thank me for watching. Anyway, this is the end of the video, chat, man. This is crazy, bro. This is part 2 because y'all wanted this shit, so y'all love scaring me to death, but my Bible at? Not here, not doing that shit. Not here. Anyway, read your Bible, you heard. Oh shit. Come here. Read your Bible, you heard. Oh bullshit. This shit. Lifesaver shit. Keep you away from horror stories. They keep you off horror stories. Fucking aliens and shit sucking the soul out of niggas, but that's it, chat. Be safe, man. Stay 10 toes and I'm out.